Hi everyone, this is Cindy with Tana Tarot. Hey, if you are a returning viewer, you know that I have been gone MIA for quite a while. I caught the most gnarliest flu. I don't know which one it was, but I have really been out of it. I wasn't able to talk for almost a week, and then I'm now able to talk, but you can kind of hear me. And sometimes when I talk, I go into coughing spells, so I may have to turn this video off and on a couple of times, but I really want to get back. I've been missing it so bad, so so sorry for the absence. I think I'm gonna live, so I'm back, and I'm ready to do a pick a card reading for February 2022. So it's just going to be energies to watch out for, tips, you know, just what you might see in 2022, just to give you a heads up. It is a pick a card, and we will have 3 groups. So we will have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So please do, you know, take a moment. I usually will look at the timestamps at the numbers and see if the numbers call to me for any reason, you know, any repeating numbers or favorite numbers or things like that. So you can do that as well. So anyway, I am thrilled to be back, and I will see you at your timestamp. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, welcome to group number 1 for your February 2022 predictions and, you know, forecast. If you skipped the intro, just wanted to let you know I've been gone for a long time. If you can tell by my nasally voice, I've been pretty sick and actually lost my voice for quite a while there. And when I got my voice back, I couldn't talk because I'd go into coughing fits. So I think I'm going to be able to do it. I've been wanting to do it. I've been chomping at the bit to get back to reading. I'm going to try and do this 3-part pick a card for February, and then it's my intention to try and get all 12 zodiac signs for the first week in February out today as well. So let's see how far I can go and how long my voice will last. Pardon me. And you may hear me take a break for a quick sip. Thank you for your patience and understanding. So let's go ahead and take a look at February. We have some, you know, just rando, you know, messages from the oracle cards that I want to go through with you. Then I have randomly pulled some tarot. Then I'm laying here face down, and then at the end we'll have a couple of more advice cards for the month of February. But let's go ahead and take a look at the oracle cards, and these can be things that you can watch out for, things that, you know, advice from spirit on things that you can do in February, you know, just that type of thing. So I want to start out. I noticed a correlation here between the candle magic and the beauty card. So I myself am, I call myself a witch. I'm not very formal. I don't practice, you know, formally, and I certainly don't, you know, do anything that is dark. But I just said do. I do a lot of candle work. And before, what I would do, you know, years ago, I would put like a specific wish or prayer, and I'd write it on a piece of paper, and, you know, anoint it with oils and put the candle on top of it. And that candle would be for that specific purpose, and I would choose a candle of a specific color. And I sometimes will still do that, but mainly what I find myself doing these days, pardon me, is I do protection candles just with, you know, I don't need to write anything down. The basic vibe is, you know, protection from energetic psychic attacks, or anyone that may wish me harm as protection. I do other things like with salt and herbs and oils and sigils and stuff like that. But anyway, so point being, if you do practice in February, you are being encouraged to do some candle magic, whether it be for love, protection, abundance. I've lit green candles with specific intentions for, money spells and prosperities. Always remember when you do a money spell to put with harm to none, because you don't want anything bad to happen to anybody for you to get the money. So do some said do again. So do some research. I mean, you can find a lot on, by Googling and that kind of thing. But anyway, Spirit is encouraging you to focus your intentions. And whether you do that with candles or not, please do in February, focus your intentions. Kind of think about what in February, am I feeling like I'm needing or feeling like I'm missing. And so if you are hoping to get a huge, refund and you haven't done your taxes yet, you could, light a green candle or a money candle. And they have some really specific, neat candles, or you can just use colored candles, to, put that energy of, abundance, prosperity, and, money out there. If it's love for a specific person, or you just feel like, I'm not feeling love, let me put a love candle out there and surround myself and circle myself in love, whatever. But so you are being encouraged to focus your energies. And that is what I use candle spells for. And so whether you use candles or not, please do choose an area or 2 or 3 in February where you want to focus your energies and your intentions. And candles are a good way to do it. I use the 7-day glass candles. For example, I use this one for protection, this white one. And I also have the money candle. You can even get these at Walmart sometimes. But so I'll light these candles, make sure they're in a safe place. I leave them burning, but I have a totally safe place, and I never go anywhere, and hardly. And so use common sense, but focus your energies, and you are being encouraged to use candles and intentions. In addition to that, we have a beauty card. And this card is encouraging you to recognize, pardon me, recognize your inner and outer beauty. As you see, this woman is looking into a mirror, and it appears to me that she's doing a glamour spell. And you can Google that as well. And the one that I do is with rose water. I took my moon water that I had laid out at a full moon overnight. So I have the moon water, and then I put rose petals in there to turn it into rose water. And you look in the mirror, and you put, you use the rose water, and you can burn a candle while you're doing it. But it is for you to focus on your beauty. If you're not into spells, at least look in the mirror and look at yourself and look for the beauty, and quit looking at the negative aspects, which we all have, and we all tend to focus on the negative aspects. Stand in front of a mirror nude and look at your body, and look for the good things, and look for those things that make you happy, and accept anything that you consider to be a flaw. No one is perfect. Even models, I look at some of them, God bless them, and I'm like, that's not my perception of what is beautiful. And a lot of them say, they're forced into unhealthy lifestyles as far as diet and stuff like that. So look at yourself accepting. And if you do practice, or if you are interested, do Google a glamour spell. And I think this card is just encouraging you to look at the beauty that you are, and not only outside but inside as well. Maybe do some affirmations, or just some journaling and about acceptance, self-acceptance. Take some time to do that. Oftentimes, we're getting ready in the morning, we look and we're like, oh God, there's another wrinkle, or there's another zit. Take some time to appreciate your own beauty, whether you do, a spell or not. But I thought it was interesting that those two things were here. So, pardon me. So Spirit is encouraging you to focus your intentions on these positive things this month through the use of candles and or spell work, or again, if not, just through focused intention. Okay. Another thing, I'm going to talk about all of the good stuff first. Not that it's bad, but just maybe some things to watch out for that are maybe a bit more negative. But Archangel Raphael is encouraging you to do some heart work. And you could also do that with candles as well. I find that interesting that it's right next. I have this love candle here, and you can use any pink or red candle. And or white in the absence, or, Google it. There may be other colors that you can use as well. But, sometimes we go through life and we think everything's hunky-dory and, things are going okay. But a lot of times when you look in, like you're being encouraged to look in at your how you feel about yourself, and how you talk to yourself, and how you consider yourself as far as beauty, and this is outside and inside, your heart can be closed without you even knowing it. You can be doing a love spell for years and nothing happens, and you're like, why am I not getting love? Am I never going to have love? Am I cursed? Do I not know how? Was I absent on the day when they passed out? Ooh, I just looked at the timer and it was 11:11. Am I cursed to not have love in myself, in my life? And I'm finding out myself just recently. I had a big epiphany last year in 2021 about self-love, and realized that I was not creating strong enough boundaries, and I was allowing people to treat me poorly, and hence treating myself poorly. And I thought, oh, that's great. I'm all fixed up now. I'm ready for a relationship. But recently had another, epiphany, or, insight into myself, that even though I love myself more, I respect myself more, I value myself more, I'm really still have a lot of work to do. My heart is closed. I'm confused about what I want as far as relationships. Sometimes I think I just don't even want one anymore, and other times I think, man, it would be nice to have someone to grow old with. And so I realize I do have a lot of blockages in my heart, and there's some work that I need to do. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I think I'll turn to my old friend Google and go through some exercises and figure out some ways to open my heart and find out what I really want. I'm not being vulnerable. I'm not opening myself up. I'm afraid. And so I know personally that I need to work on this. So look inside and look at your heart. And if you are loving and giving love, if you are receiving love and it's healthy, good for you. Maybe this message is just saying, right on. But if you are confused and you've had a hard time with love relationships, even with family though, and even with everyone, look at yourself. Do you have a lot of walls built up? Do you have a lot of anger still? Archangel Raphael is encouraging you to look at your heart chakra and see if it's closed, and see what work you can do to open it up in February. Also, you're being encouraged to release your guilt. Whether it is something that you have, what's the word I'm looking for, consciously done, that you feel bad about, that has hurt someone, or whether, there's a lot of reasons why one could feel guilt. One could feel guilt because one knows that they're not treating themselves well. And I think this has to do with the love. If you have guilt over anything, dig deep, identify it, work on it. Sometimes I used to say guilt is an excuse to keep on doing the same bad thing over and over and over again. And if we think that because, oh God, my dog. Sorry, you all know I have a dog, and someone just walked down the street with a dog. Excuse my dog in the background. I think I'm just going to keep on going. So if you continually feel guilt, I would challenge you to look at that and see, because guilt is something that you do need to work through. If you have something that you're doing in your life that continually causes you to feel guilt, then you need to stop doing that thing. You need to work on that. You need to identify it and work on that. And then what's really cool is right next to that, randomly, we have the Akashic records. Akashic, I think it's Akashic. You can, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments. Clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom. This guilt could have something to do from a past life. It may be something that you need to recognize, like, why do I feel this way? I haven't done anything. It could be something like that. Keep your mind open to that. In my opinion, it's hard enough to deal with the current life shit and have to worry about the past life shit. But I do see where certain patterns and things do repeat from past lives into present lives. So it is something that you may want to do a little research on and look at. But February will be a month for clearing old stories, releasing past lives. And what that will do, it'll open you up to freedom. You'll have freedom from that cycle. You'll have freedom from that negative experience isn't the right word, but you'll have freedom from that negative aspect of your life that perhaps kept on repeating. So you have a lot of homework to do. Your heart chakra, look into guilt, look into clearing old stories. Focus your positive intentions. Realize your beauty. Then we have in this last, I'm going to say, perseverance. Keep it up. Work on it. You know what I always say, strength is perseverance in the face of adversity. And so this is perseverance. It's not strength. But keep it up. Like if you look into heart work and you're like, oh, I'm going to do these affirmations or I'm going to do these exercises. And then you still find yourself not open, or you realize I'm still confused. Keep on going. Things don't, life is not a 30-minute sitcom where everything gets resolved by the end of the show. It's a constant, I won't say battle, because we're blessed to have this life and this opportunity to learn these lessons. So keep it up, persevere. be a student. Be a perpetual, eternal student. And work on these items. And start in February. And perhaps you've already started and Spirit is acknowledging that. But keep it up in February. It's a good way to start the year. Now, before I go to two cards that or a card that I really do want to talk to you about, I want to talk about deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. And that so is a confirmation, emotional healing, that you are beautiful. Focus your intentions on things that will give you emotional satisfaction. Clear your heart chakra, which is emotional healing. Release your guilt. Clearing old stories, releasing past lives. So this is just a confirmation to, in February, focus on physical and emotional healing. And then for positive reinforcement, we have you're very close to achieving your goal. So say if you do have a goal for, say you've applied for a new job or you've started a new business, you can do this lucky success. It has to do with money. It even shows love on this one. Prosperity, health, finance, wealth, helping hand, money, get your wish. Could use a candle like this or any green candle to focus your energies and to help you become close to achieving your goals. So while some of this work will be lifelong healing work that you'll likely want to do, with the candle spells, I'm being drawn to tell you that if any of these candle spells are for a specific purpose, you're very close to achieving a goal. I have a feeling like it might be financial, prosperity type of thing. But it could be anything. You can tell me. Now, there is one card here that I do want you to pay attention to in February. I'm going to go ahead and go over it here. We are going to look at some tarot in a second as soon as I'm done with this card, and then we have some advice cards. But I do want you to be careful of deception this month. It could be that someone in your life does not have your best interests at heart. So please pay special attention to that. Trust your intuition. Pay attention to any red flags. Also be aware that this could be you deceiving yourself about something. You could be in a relationship and thinking everything's hunky-dory, but it's not. You could think that someone at work, this looks maybe like more in a work setting, but you could think that you have a friend at work that you talk to, but you don't know. They're going around telling everyone all your shit. So, I don't want you to be paranoid, but this is just like a, forewarning, advice to please protect yourself and to watch out for any type of deceptive energy from anyone else, and look at your own, look for red flags within yourself. Like if you're like, well, I really like her, but I thought I heard her talking about someone else at work, and I thought, whoa, if she'd talk about them, she'd probably talk about me. But she really likes me, stuff like that. Just pay attention to that. Let's go ahead and look at the tarot. So for the tarot, we have the Moon, 3 of Coins, the 6 of Wands, and the Queen of Coins. Okay, real quick, just to get this over with, for the Deception card, we do have the Moon. And the moon to me either means illusion. You personally are not looking at something properly. You are, for some reason, telling yourself another story for whatever reason about something. So please do look at that. The moon can also be secret, something that you don't know. So someone may be hiding something from you. It doesn't have to be anything major. It could be just some biatch at work that's talking behind your back that you should know about, especially if you're confiding in the person. It could be, someone's hiding something from you in a relationship, whether a romantic relationship, a friend, a family member. Just keep your eyes open in February. That's all. I just want you to be aware that there's something that you don't know. Now, for the other cards, I do see the Queen of Coins, which is the Queen of Pentacles. She is abundant. She's rich in money and, abundance and prosperity. She is nurturing. She's got her shit together. She's solid. She's stable. So I find it interesting that it came up close to achieving your goal, and I had a vibe that was more of a financial thing. And here, of course, the coins or the pentacles they're about solidity and stability and that kind of thing. But of course, the coins or the pentacles do reflect money. And so it looks like you're very close to achieving some type of financial or long-term abundance or prosperity goal. So you may want to focus on that with a money candle, or maybe just affirmations, again, if you don't do candle magic. But it looks like you are close to achieving some type of financial or prosperity goal. We also have working with people, working as a team, working together, and what's the word? Not prosperity. What is it when you achieve something like? Sorry, my mind is still not 100%. God bless America. Like when you achieve something, you've accomplished it. Like this is killing me. Where you've made progress, victory. I think maybe that's the word I'm looking at. Like, look at, he has both of his arms raised, and he's victorious in some type of an endeavor. And this also can mean people recognition. So whether it's, maybe receiving some type of a prize, or, a compensation or a prize. It can also be just people knowing who you are. And then we also have the Three of Coins. And I feel like these three are kind of working together here. Working together lead you to be prosperous and victorious. And you will, become the Queen of Coins when you achieve your goal. So here you're victorious in achieving a goal, and here it says you're very close to achieving a goal. So whatever that is, congratulations for in February. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and look at your last three advice cards. So we have for you clear your space, Archangel Jophiel. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. This may be that it's just time maybe to do even though it's only going to be February, maybe do like a spring cleaning. Maybe it's physical. Maybe it's clear your mind. Maybe if you focus your intentions, you can kind of clear any, things that are going on in the background. So it could be clear the clutter in your mind and focus your intentions. But it can also be, in your house. There may be something that's draining your energy. We also have Queen Tara, start delegating, ask others, including me. Look up Green Tara. Did I say Queen? I'm sorry, Green Tara. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything yourself. Pardon me, I'm sorry if that's loud. So here we have working together. So maybe realize that you do need help and don't be afraid to ask for it. Then we also have breathe mindfully. Sit comfortably, take 2 deep breaths, then breathe normally while paying attention to the sounds and sensations of breathing. You can have your eyes closed or open. If your mind wanders, just return your attention to your breath. Practice daily for 1 to 10 minutes or when stressed. And I think this is really actually a type of meditation. So you are advised to slow down and breathe and maybe try and do some type of small meditation in February. So all in all, good stuff. I'm very happy for you. It looks like you're going to achieve some type of major financial goal, which is always wonderful. So please do, take heed to the advice of the cards and focus your intentions. I wish you you might want to take a screenshot, but I wish you a very prosperous and happy February. I'm so happy to be back. I missed you guys so much. You do not know. So thank you so much for your time, Group 1. That's all I have for you today. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hi, Group number 2. This is Cindy with Tana Tarot, and this is Group number 2 for the February forecast or predictions, if you will. Just wanted to let you know if you skipped the intro, pardon me, I'm going to probably be taking frequent water sip breaks. I was sick as a dog for weeks. Couldn't talk, and then when I could talk, if I talked too much, I went into horrible coughing spells. So I'm going to be sipping on water. I made it through Group number 1. I'm going to try and make it through Group number 2 here. And then Group number 3, I'm also going to try and do the first week in February Zodiac reading. So let's see how far I get. But if you have missed me, thank you. I missed you too. I felt horrible. I was like, oh man, these guys, they're probably looking for me. So here I am, and I'm going to try and do as well as I can to get back into the swing of things. Sorry, and thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I've been looking at the cards here, kind of meditating on them, on the oracle cards, while I was getting ready to hit record. And I'm really seeing a pattern here. In February, I really see you going through some schismate, Group number 2. I'm seeing the need for some change. And so I'm going to tell you a story. And if this story resonates with you, then this reading is likely for you. Hopefully it can give you some insight and maybe some guidance and, just some things to watch out for in February. The first thing that I see is, I'm going to start with the Envy card. And so what this card shows me is, you see a woman, and she's got, it looks kind of dark, but you can see that she has, a plate full of pearls and jewels. Even though it's kind of dark and gothic looking, she is definitely a woman of substance. And she's in this kind of dark, grayish, gothic place, kind of dressed in dark, grayish, gothic clothes. And looking out, she sees yellow and sun and flowers and abundance. Please do forgive my coughing. I want to be here so bad. And what this shows is this woman is coming from a place of lack. For some reason, this woman is not happy. Oh, these dogs. Please forgive. If you guys know me, you know I have dogs. Oh, I just bumped the camera too. I'm going to try and keep on going and not cut the camera off. So if you can handle my coughing and my dogs, I love you. Please stay. Don't leave me. So anyway, this woman is coming from a place of lack. And what this is about is, this is all about perspective. You know, there are people who live in squalor, if you will, and, you know, just very not great situations, you know, like small apartments, maybe in projects, or just, you know, not, that's one example of a bad place that I can think of, or, you know, maybe a shack in a outskirts of a very small town or something. You know, so what I'm saying is, not a nice house, not a good neighborhood. There's people living in not good circumstances who keep their house clean, who appreciate the things that they have, who are thankful for what they have. While they do have goals, and they, of course, want more and are working towards more, they are appreciative of what they have. And let me tell you one thing. When you come from a place of lack, the law of attraction kicks straight into work. And when you send out lack energy and lack vibes, that is what you get back. We have to remember, I mean, everyone can have a bad day, a bad week, but we have to remember to be grateful and thankful for that which we have, and to send out those vibes and those energies into the universe. You know, life is, you know, can't feel sorry for ourselves. We deserve everything. We deserve beauty and love and abundance. But do we deserve to have it handed to us? Not necessarily. There are some things that we need to that we need to work for. I hope I'm expressing this properly. It wasn't until my 40s that I realized that I deserve. I always felt so guilty for having things, and always thought of all the homeless people and the people, you know, even in other countries and stuff, that were starving, and it always made me feel so bad and guilty that I had stuff. So on that hand, yes, we do deserve things. It's okay to have things. It's good to have things. There's nothing wrong with having things. But to think that we deserve something as a birthright, and that we're being ripped off if we don't have it, and we're pissed off and angry, no. And so what this card tells me is that that you need to do some work. There needs to be some work done, some gratitude work, a shift in perception to understand what it is that you have, that you need to be thankful for, and to look at what you don't have as a happy goal, and not that you're being ripped off of something that is your birthright. I hope I explained that well. Need to not come from a place of envy, not come from a place of the grass is greener on the other side, and appreciate what we have while striving for more and for better, because that's fine to do that. I'm seeing that in February, you will experience some type of a loss. This man didn't tie up his boat right, and it is floating out to sea. Whether it is a loss of a person, something material, I think that this might be a lesson. I'm seeing these two cards together, like Spirit saying, and I don't think that karma is retribution and damn you, you did not appreciate, so I'm taking it away from you. I don't think God is like that. I don't think Spirit is like that. But I do think that the law of attraction is like that. And if you did not appreciate what you had, you may lose it. And sometimes experiencing loss is a lesson for us. We need to learn the lesson and work through it. Again, I'm not saying it's payback. And sometimes loss just happens. Especially of a family member. I'm not talking like, God bless you if in February there's any kind of family loss, especially in these times with the pandemic and stuff. I'm not talking about that. All of us have experienced that type of loss and grief. And I'm talking about you may experience some type of a loss that may be a lesson to you to learn to appreciate what you have. You may lose your boat because you wanted a yacht, something like that. So those are the two underlying messages that I wanted to build on in this message. In this reading, I'm sorry. One last card. It says, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Through this vibe, this energy of loss, of lack, you will be experiencing something in February to teach you a lesson that lack is a perception. And you don't focus on what you lack. You focus on what you have and you appreciate what you have. And you send out thankful and gratitude, energy, and vibes. And that will be returned to you. I see that you will come to a truth. You will accept a truth in February. And I think that that message is pretty self-explanatory there. I think you will, group number 2, I think you will have some type of event in February that causes you to have an epiphany, a change in perspective, pardon me, that causes you to look at things differently. You are being encouraged by Spirit to make a change. We have the change card here. We have a woman, young girl woman, getting ready to cut her hair. It's pretty symbolic. She's using a sword. And I always look at the swords as cutting through to the truth, cutting out that which does not serve, cutting through to the truth. So you are being encouraged to make a change in your life. For truth, we have the sword that stands for truth, and we have the truth card. And to cut out that which is not serving you, which may be perspective, your perspective of envy, your perspective of lack. It could be a person in your life that came from here and colored your thought patterns, or colored the way you viewed the world. Perhaps you can no longer hang with that person because you're being drugged down into the muck. Or perhaps this is you and a person has left because they're not about lack. So it's time to face some kind of truth, whichever way that goes. It's time to face some type of truth in your life. Spirit is also encouraging you in whatever you do in February to aim for stability in your life. Take actions, make changes to give yourself a firm foundation. Why did I look at things from lack? Do I feel not good enough? Is this perhaps, not that I think only children are this way, I'm just going to use this as an example. Perhaps I was an only child and I was given everything and I didn't appreciate things. Whatever. Look back and realize why you come from a place of lack. Sometimes people are so hurt by rejection that they build up such a tall wall of protection that nothing can penetrate the wall, nothing good. And they lack love. They lack abundance. They lack interaction with other people. And then they look outside and they're like, all these other people are happy. Why are they happy? What the fuck is up with that? Why am I not happy? Why am I here stuck in this? They don't realize the wall they've built up. Whatever it is that has caused you to get to this place, it's causing you to have loss. It's causing you to hit rock bottom. It's causing you to be so closed off that nothing good can come to you. Figure out what it is and work on it. Build a stronger, stable foundation for yourself and your life, perhaps your family. Consider that if you've done this and you have kids, my gosh, maybe they're not even feeling the love and stuff. As good of a mother or parent as you want to be, if you're suffering from this, even if you love your child with all your heart, this wall still has to affect the way that you act and the vibe that you put out and how you are perceived. Look at that. Please, in February. Figure out a way to find stability, to build stability. Make the change. Find the truth. Make the change. Work on stabilizing yourself. And then moderation. And I really like this card because it's so funny. We have a tendency when we have an epiphany or when we learn something, we fix ourselves, blah, blah, blah. We're a better, different, good person. And I say blah, blah, blah because we think we're cool, we think we're good, but little do we realize that healing and growth is a lifelong thing. I took the EST training, look it up, Werner Erhard, EST training back in the 80s. When I came out of that, man, I was the most woke, advanced, enlightened person in the world, I thought. And I came back and I put everyone, all of my family members, all of my friends through EST. But look at this. Why do you do that? Why are you this way? Needless to say, pissed a lot of people off and got avoided for a while. So while you're going through this, be kind to yourself. Someone doesn't wake up one morning and say, hey, I think I'm going to hate other people and be all pissed off because they have stuff that I don't have. This is a result of something. And it's a process, and it's something you need to work through. So do this work in moderation. Be zealous, be excited, But don't be hard on yourself. Don't be, I think I'm looking at moderation as the other word, as, like engulfed, or, just like, it's all you're doing. Take care of your family, still hang out with your friends, still have a life. Work on yourself, take your own inventory. Don't take everyone else's inventory until you get your shit together. And even then, always take your own inventory. I mean, sometimes we have to call our friends on shit or our family members on shit. But you're in no place to right now, frankly. Sorry. It's just the truth. So just be easy on yourself. Take care of yourself. Focus on yourself. Still remember to have a life and to try and have fun and do the best you can with what you have right now. That's all we can do. And we have 2 other cards. We have Solar Light Upgrade, Solar Plexus Chakra, Inner Fire, Willpower. What this shows me is in February, going through this work, you will light a fire in your belly. It will cause a positive change. You will be able to begin to see the truth. And it will give you a certain willpower, where here you were caught up in all you could do was compare yourself to others and find yourself lacking or your life lacking. Maybe blaming others. I don't know. But here you'll find the willpower to keep that fire lit in your own belly, to start to begin to trust your own intuition when you're making these changes in your life. And the last oracle, the cool part. Nothing is yet set in stone. It's flexible. There's room for change. I don't think you ever want anything to be set in stone. You have room. You have time. Let's go ahead and look at the tarot. We have the 10 of coins. Oh my goodness. We have the Fool. Sorry, I keep on bumping that. We have the Star. Oh, Jesus. And we have the 10 of Wands. Oh, I just got chills. This is freaking beautiful. Oh my God. Okay, group number 2. If you didn't already pissed off at me because I'm calling you on your shit, let me tell you something. In February, things are going to take an amazing turn in your life. All you need to do is look at yourself, tell yourself the truth. And I think this loss will start this process. You'll be like, I'm tired of this shit. Tired of people leaving. Tired of bad things happening. What is going on? Is it me? You'll look in the mirror and you'll go, yes. You will make the change. You will do the work. Then you will put down the load. You will put down the burden. Do you know what a burden living like this must be? How powerless and unhappy you must have felt. You must have felt like you had no control over anything in your life. And like you were carrying the weight of the world and all this loss and negativity. It's like, what the fuck? I can't do this anymore. I can't take this anymore. And in February, you will be able to put down the load. This is the 10. This is the ending. This is the closure of this way of life. Then, what happens? Your prayers are answered. Your dreams come true. You experience healing, a spiritual renewal. You begin to have a feeling of serenity. You feel like you are at one with the universe. You finally begin to understand that when you put out good and thankful and happy, that's what you get back. You begin to have hope again for your life. You're inspired. You're inspired. You're on a new path. And just as the fool takes a leap, you make the change. You take the leap. To a new beginning, a new way of life, new opportunities, with a new innocence. This is so jaded and hateful and sad. You start with a new innocence, a new open heart. Beautiful. Butterfly transformation. You've got the world in your hands. You're floating in air. And then the 10 of coins. Pardon me. When you put out thankful, grateful, happy, loving energy into the world, when you lay there at night and go, I am so thankful for what I have. I'm thankful for this roof over my head. Thankful for the food. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my friends. Thankful for my job, even if it's not really the job you eventually want. You have a job, you have food, you have a house, or a roof over your head. And when you start to put out those vibes and you start to work towards your stability and you build a new, stronger, thankful, grateful foundation, what will come to you is prosperity. The 10 of coins is everything. It's abundance. It's prosperity. It's wealth. It's something to leave your children. I mean, it's not like a $3,000 tax return, which is wonderful. No, this is sustainable. You give up all this bullshit, except for the truth, but you give up all this negativity, crazy stuff. Sorry, I'm not calling you crazy, but you know what I mean. We feel like we're crazy when we're, trust me, I've been here. So I know what I'm talking about. I thought everybody else had a secret I didn't have. And they did. They were thankful. But this is like a new solid, stable foundation, a new prosperous way of life that is sustainable. It's beautiful. I am so freaking happy for you. I have chills. It could be my flu, but I don't think so. I think it's because of you. Let us look at our last 3 advice cards. Spread your wings from Archangel Ariel. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. Change. Change. Go for it. We have Mawu, Mother Earth. You are called upon to help with environmentalism. I don't know if you are like crazy into hugging trees or recycling or whatever, and I'm not making fun of it because I care very much about the earth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this card a little bit more generically. When one is here in envy, all one can think about is oneself and what one doesn't have. And I believe that you are being encouraged to care about others, care about causes. So whether your cause is environmentalism, the homeless, education, this card is telling you to look at something outside of you greater than yourself, that you can, how you can serve. It's asking you to serve. And then we have say thanks. Oh my God. Think about someone you appreciate. Thinking alone can help, but communicating a quick thank you helps even more. For a bigger boost, spend 10 minutes writing a thank you letter. Explain how they impacted your life and why it meant so much to you. You benefit even if you don't need to send it. Crazy talk, gratitude, thankfulness. Wow. This is all I have for you, group number 2. You got some work to do, but it's going to be beautiful. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hi, group number 3. And you are group number 3 in the February reading, February predictions, forecast, whatever I'm going to call it. First of all, if you did skip the intro, wanted you to know, sorry I've been gone, been sick as a dog for weeks, couldn't even talk for a while there, and now I can talk. However, sometimes does send me into coughing spells. So if I do cough, I apologize, especially if it's loud. I don't think it's too loud on the... My camera's saying something weird. Stop saying that. Oh no, okay, I think we're going. So anyway, I'm back. I've really been wanting to do this. I've missed it so bad. So I'm sorry that I've been gone. I'm here and pardon me. Let's get rocking and rolling. So, you know, I've been meditating over the cards and I'm getting a feeling here, group number 3, well, this is something that's been going on, but I'm thinking you're either going to finally see it, realize it, or perhaps do something about it in February. So I'm going to start out with the negative because the positive far outweighs it, and the positive is a result of you dealing with the negative. So we're going to go ahead and start out there. I see that you are experiencing some type of deceit in your life currently. Now, this can be, you can be being cheated on or lied to in a love relationship. You could be being backstabbed by someone at work. You could be being treated poorly or being stolen from by friends or family. I'm not sure what it is. My intuition is telling me that it is some type of a more romantic or, you know, that type of a relationship. I do believe that you have been experiencing this for a while. I would definitely say definitely more than a year. I don't know if it's been multiple years. But this isn't just like someone that you've met a month ago or something. It is my feeling. It is the vibe that I'm getting. So you are experiencing deceit and betrayal from someone in your life. And the reason that I think that this is maybe more of a relationship / romantic thing is that we have this card, karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So I think that this is someone that you have dealt with definitely in former lives. And this is this person is here to teach you a lesson. This is definitely not intended to be a long-term relationship. You may feel, due to the feelings that you got when you met this person, that you knew them before. And so you had a feeling of familiarity and that drew you to this person and made you think, wow, this is my soulmate. Whether you even believe in past lives, you just felt a connection with this person that maybe you've never felt before, or that you felt very rarely. I believe that you have gone through deceitful cycles with this person before. I also believe that you may have gone through relationships in your life where you have been deceived, betrayed, treated poorly by others in this life as well. I believe that it is some type of a cycle for you. And I know that there is a lesson to be learned. Will you learn this whole lesson in February and like a 30-minute sitcom? By the end of the month, you'll know what's going on, what to do, and your life will be... Excuse my voice, you guys are group number 3. And you guys will be all fixed and everything will be all better and life, and you'll go tripping off into the sunset holding flowers. No. But I do believe that in February, you will have an epiphany, an event will occur that will cause you to see things differently. What that event is, I am not sure. You may see something, you may hear something that shows you this person's true intentions, true colors, whatever you want to call it. And you finally have to admit to yourself, wow, okay. The lesson that you are to learn from this, it has to do with a victim mentality. You may tell yourself, why am I always meeting all these assholes? Why do I always get in these relationships where they treat me poorly? And you may be like, I'm nice. I'm a decent person. I treat them well. Why do they do this to me? And it could be, and I believe that it most likely is, that you don't have, number one, firm enough boundaries with behavior that you will accept, and that you ignore red flags, that you wear rose-colored glasses and you see things as you want them to be. and you look at people more for their potential than for who they really are. Because when someone deceives you, it's not like they show up in a devil suit and say, hey, call me Beelzebub, and you're like, oh shit, okay, this person's the devil and they mean me wrong. No, people have two sides, you know. Your problem is, and I'll tell you what it is that you always give people the benefit of the doubt and you always want to look on the good side. You always want to see the good, which is wonderful, unless you continue to let yourself be victimized. It is a good thing to try and look for the good in people and to try and understand why people do the things they do. However, it is not good when you do that at the detriment of yourself and you allow people to do dirty to you and treat you poorly, and you keep on saying, but I know they're a good person and they love me. They may have some good attributes. They may love you, but they're treating you like shit. And it's time for you to open your eyes and to see this and to lay down some boundaries of what is acceptable. It is not okay for someone to ghost you. It is not okay for someone to take your ATM card without your permission and go pull out money. Oh, well, you let me do it last week. Yeah, I gave you the card. I said you could have $40. I did not give you the card yesterday and say you could have $200. That's my card. That's my account. You did not say it's okay to go sleep with 14 other women. You know, whatever it is. You felt lost. You felt like everybody else knows how to have a good relationship, and you must have been absent that day when they had that lesson on how to have good relationships. And it's because you don't have boundaries. It's also because self-love. For whatever reason, you feel like it's okay for people to treat you like this. You must, because you keep on letting it happen. And you really don't know how to love yourself. And I'll let you know how right now. You love yourself by treating yourself well and insisting that others treat you well by laying down boundaries. And when people break those boundaries or go past those boundaries or don't follow your rules as to what is acceptable to you, and we should all have some rules, then you kick them to the curb. And this person has been taking advantage of you for quite a while. And you know it, but you don't know what to do. Now, I can't tell you what to do as far as this person is concerned. I was in a similar situation. I would break up, get back together, break up, get back together. What did finally get rid of them was when they asked me for something and I said, no. Then they asked me again and I said, no. And then they'd ask me something else and I would say, no. When they finally realized that they couldn't get what they wanted, they didn't want me, they wanted my attention. They wanted my love. They wanted my money. They wanted parts of me, but only the parts they wanted. Well, it's a package deal. They have to get all of it, all or nothing. So, no is a magic word, and that's how you lay down boundaries, and that's how you love yourself. there. I think I just probably saved you 40 hours of counseling. Just joking. Therapy might really help you. But what Spirit is saying here is that you already have all the answers. You know it's not right. You know it's not okay. You know it makes you feel bad. You know you hurt yourself and get pissed off at yourself when you continue to let it happen. So stop. Figure out like 3 or 4 things that this person does that makes you feel bad. And just stop. If you can't kick them to the curb, you're not ready to kick them to the curb, okay, just start saying no. And watch how quickly they leave when they don't get what they want. And then that'll be your answer. They didn't want me. Spirit is also telling you, not only do you have all the answers, you've known. You've just ignored the red flags. You've laid there and gone, God, I feel like such a fool. I feel like shit. He comes, and I'm going to say he because it's a male and this is a female, but it's all energy. He comes when he wants. He goes when he wants. He always has an excuse. He needs gas. He needs help. I need to help him. Don't I care about him? Whatever. But you know it's not right. You feel it's not right. You know it's not right. You know it. You have all the answers. Spirit is encouraging you to call upon your spirit guides. If you are not in touch with them, know that you have angels that have been assigned to you that are watching out for you. Get close to them. I have a relationship now with Archangel Michael. I talk to him. I know he watches out over me. I burn candles for him. Whether this is God, get a better relationship with God. God wants the best for you. God doesn't want you to be treated like this. God doesn't want you to let yourself be treated like this. God loves you. God wants you to love yourself. So whether it's God, universe, spirit, whatever it is for you, let them help you to learn to love yourself. This is also departed family members. If you've lost a close family member, if you've lost your mom, talk to your mom. Your mom is up there pissed. She's trying to talk to you. She's giving you signs. Don't let this continue. Your dad, your grandma, a good friend, God forbid. You look so young. I hope that you haven't had all these losses. You have all the answers and you have help. Remember what your dreams were. When you were a teenager, I don't know how old you are. When you were a teenager, when you were in your 20s, when you were just starting out, maybe after you graduated, was your dream, oh, I want to meet a guy and have him steal my ATM card and have sex with all my friends behind my back and only show up at 11 at night for booty calls and never want to have a real relationship and get married and make me cry and make me feel like shit for 5 years? Was that your dream? I doubt it. Remember what your dreams were. If it's about a relationship, I'm sure you pictured yourself happy with a family and someone treating you well and with respect and with dignity. If it was about a job or a career or a calling, like I want to be an artist, I want to be a CPA, whatever. Remember your dreams. Sometimes we have a tendency to get so caught up in the bullshit. We focus on it 100% so much we forget who we are and what we want, what makes us happy. Remember your dreams. You've got a lot of homework in February. You are also being encouraged. This may help you to determine if this reading is for you or not, group number 3. But you are being encouraged to either renew or begin a relationship somehow related to the earth and growing, whether it be, it says herbal kitchen, whether it be herbs, vegetables, flowers, whether you have a spot where you can do it, grow these things. Even people in apartments can get a couple of pots for herbs and stuff on their patio, and there is some stuff that you can do in the house. I personally took this further. I make oils. What do I want to call them? You don't drink them, so it's not an elixir. I make potions. I have oils with herbs and barks and oil and essential oils, and I have love ones, I have money ones, I have crown of success ones, I have road opening, I have Van oil, I have Jezebel oil. I have probably about 15 oils that I make and that I use. I have protection oil, I have banishing oil, I have blessing oils. When I saw this, it reminded me of that. You are being encouraged to have some type of connection with Mother Earth and growing and herbs. If that doesn't mean anything to you, that's okay. It doesn't mean that this reading isn't for you, but that could be a type of confirmation. Let's look at these other 2 cards before we go into the tarot. We have the Divine Matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and it doesn't say coincidences, it says God incidences. And I think it's connected to this. Feel your connectedness to spirit, to the universe, to God. Let go of this unhealthy connection, either physically, spiritually, and create a more healthy, fulfilling, sustaining, what's the word where it just makes you blossom, relationship with spirit, with God. You are connected. Quit feeling alone. You're not alone. When you start focusing on one person and not even yourself, that's when you feel alone. Focus on you. Focus on your spiritual growth. Focus on hobbies or activities that fill you with satisfaction and growth. I'm having a hard time with words, but when you find something that you really love, that feeling you get when you do it. Remember your dreams. Remember who you are, what you want. And if your dreams are different from when you were a kid, get new dreams that are about you. And then in February, we have messages. Your hard work is paying off. And you can look forward to abundance. However you do it, get out of this. It is not serving you. In fact, it is dragging you down. It is super low vibe. And if you're watching this, I don't think you want to be low vibe if you're even watching tarot readings. Let's look at the tarot. We have the Tower. We have the Devil. Not surprised. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have Judgment. This is actually very beautiful and totally ties in. What Spirit is encouraging you to do, is asking you to do, is begging you to do. Break away from the ties that bind you to this low vibration. This tells of a codependent relationship. It tells of addiction. You may be addicted to this person. This person may have addictions that are also negatively affecting you. Get out of that cage. And if you don't know how, start figuring it out. And I've already told you the magic word. No. No, you can't have my ATM card. When he calls it 11 p.m., no, I'm asleep. No. The Tower shows me, which I think is beautiful, an event will occur in February that will tear down this false foundation that you have with this person. It will allow you to get out of this cage. The Tower is usually something that happens. It is fate. We can choose our own destiny, but fate usually happens to us. I'm letting you know that if you do not take the actions to begin separating yourself from this situation, that Spirit and the universe will. And that's not a threat. It's beautiful. Something will happen that will support you in your efforts to get away from this negative influence. It will tear down the foundation of this relationship, because this relationship was built on a false foundation. It cannot stand. You have too much other beautiful stuff to do. You don't have time. Then we have the Queen of Cups. This is who you are. This is who you're meant to be. A beautiful, loving, strong, intuitive, empathic person. You are wasted on him. He does not appreciate at all. All he sees is what he can get. And what this shows me is this is not the Page of Cups. This is the Queen of Cups. You will grow. You will become strong. You will be invulnerable. No one will ever be able to, I was looking for that word, no one will be able to do this to you again. Someone might be able to hurt your feelings, someone might be a jerk, but you know what? You're going to see the red flags way before, if anyone like this ever tries to come into your orbit again. You may experience a hurt here and there. You may, go through some stuff. Life isn't perfect. but you will never be here again. And then we have judgment, rebirth, new life. And that is what you have in store for you. An abundant new life. So, get in touch with your spirit guides, whomever they may be, to support you. Let's look at your advice cards here. We have teaching and learning. Archangel Zodiac. Keep an open mind, learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. You know, I have been through this and I feel like I'm helping. I hope I'm helping. And Spirit is saying, pay it forward. Because you will be more strong than you'll ever know, and you have so much to share with others. We have Butterfly Maiden, transformation. I'm just getting chills, I want to cry. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Look at this transformation, the butterflies. The old you is dying, and a new you is being born. A new beautiful you. Then we have practice compassion. If you have a friend struggling with the same kind of mood or anxiety challenges you're facing, what would you say to provide them with comfort and support? Take 5 minutes to write what you would say. When you're done, read what you wrote, but read it to yourself. Beautiful. Be kind to yourself. This is all I have, group number 3. Thank you so much and good luck in February. Talk to you soon.